It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. It's S3, and I told you we've got some powerful stories for you this morning. And joining us is someone who is very, very special. An extraordinary story that I know is going to lift you no matter what you're going through. From beating Ewing sarcoma against all odds to facing breast cancer head on, she has proven time and time again that resilience, determination, and a fighting spirit can defy even the toughest challenges. Her name is Marsden, and she stands as a beacon of hope, a survivor, an inspiration to so many, and my guest this morning.
Morning.
Hi.
Hi.
It is so nice to have you on this couch. And can I just say that I'm in awe of your journey. Even before we even start talking, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I think that's the most powerful thing that I've heard about what you've been through. A 2-time cancer survivor. But I want to start off with Ewing sarcoma. Now, I've done a little bit of research on it, and it turns out that this is one of the cancers that the survival rate is very, very low. So when you get a diagnosis like that, what's the response? What's the immediate bodily response?
Well, I was 25 when I was first diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma, and I had 2 young kids. And they told me I had a year to live because it can metastasize very quickly through your body. But I was lucky because mine was localized. So we started off with chemo for 14 months. Oof. I had radiation on my leg for 6 weeks, and I had 2 young kids to bring up. So yeah, it was a matter of you could get stuck in and face the music, and survival rate is much better now than it was 25, 35 years ago, because medicine has evolved a lot since then.
It has. It has indeed. I need to ask about being a mom and facing a challenge. So you've got these kids that you want to make them feel as secure as possible. But you yourself are facing one of the most insecure situations a human can ever face, cancer. How do you balance that? How do you still show kids strength?
Well, I had a wonderful support system, and
Good.
My little one was only a few months old, and my oldest one was 3. So I didn't have time to think about not getting through this journey ahead of me. I mean, I sort of put it in a little box and just got stuck into going to Grooteskies to have my chemo.
Yes.
Driving there on my own and driving back with a bag next to me, being very ill, losing all your hair. But kids keep you going. My kids are everything to me. They are my proudest and the best thing that ever happened to me. So because of my boys, I kept going. And also life, children, grandchildren have come along since then. My folks were the best support I ever had, and some really good friends.
So Ewing sarcoma, it's quite a rare form of cancer. Just a quick one on what it actually is and how it differs from, I'm going to say, sort of the traditional cancers, so to speak.
Well, Ewing sarcoma normally happens in young people and young adults.
Okay.
More so males than females, strangely enough. But it gets into your bones and can metastasize right through your whole body very quickly.
Yes.
But I was lucky, as I said, mine was localized on my tibia.
Yeah.
So when they took me, I was told I was going to have my leg amputated when I was first diagnosed. So when they took me in for surgery, I was lucky enough that the tumours were on the leg, and they were able to scrape it off. So they scraped off the tumours, and I had, as I said, radiation for 6 weeks, which killed the cancer. Yeah. But it also killed my bone years later.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Thus ending up with a Robocop leg, as my grandson would call it.
But it's the coolest leg I've ever seen, by the way. I just need to let you know that. But I need to ask Michelle, there are many people who are facing that message from the doctor. Many people who get the news. And somebody who has fought this thing twice. I need to know a bit more about how you can take that sort of news. I mean, how does one even handle that? Are there tips, hacks that you can offer somebody who perhaps have recently got their diagnosis?
Wow. When you get told you've got cancer, as my dad used to call it in those days, God bless him, the big C, he would never use the word cancer, but it's scary. It's very scary.
Yes, it is.
And it's hard, let me tell you, but I think it's harder for our families and friends to deal with as opposed to the patient, because we understand a little bit more when the doctors explain things to us. People are too scared to ask you questions, or they tend to shy away from you. Some of your friends don't come around anymore because that word cancer, they almost think they could get it from you, but they can't.
Yeah.
But you just have to face it head on. It's scary. It makes you sick as a dog. It's hard. But I had the strength to get through this because I have so much to live for.
Do you think that's a key part? Is that in that moment when you're receiving the news, do the human thing and respond, but start thinking about all the things that you have to fight for, the things in your
did,
life?
straight away. I mean, within weeks or months, I actually put that, never thought of death, not once. I put it in a box and put it away because I've got these kids to bring up and no one's going to bring them up except me.
Yeah.
I was going to be the mom, and I brought them up. And my youngest will be 38 in August, and Mark's 40, and I have two beautiful grandkids who are 8 and almost 6.
That's
So
amazing.
they are all my reason for living. And I love life. Wine farms, Cape Town. I mean, what more do you want?
I love that you said that. I love that. You are a massive inspiration, and I think the next step is, I would say, I'm looking forward to the book, Michelle.
Everyone keeps telling me
I'm
to
just
write
saying-
a book about my story because it's been quite a roller coaster since I was 25. I'm now.
Yes,
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
matter.
fine.
You're now 26. Yes, but
Well, yeah, I reversed it.
yeah, exactly. I honestly think that it's a story that I think has got more dynamics because it's Ewing sarcoma. It's also the breast cancer that we didn't get a
cancer,
chance to
yes.
touch on. But I think the thing is, there's so many things about your story that has focused your survival. It's focused the way you've lived your life. And people need to hear that every day because people are facing different types of cancers in their life.
That's right.
It doesn't necessarily have to be Ewing sarcoma, but some people are going through it.
Yes.
And it's chronic, and they need to wake up every morning with your attitude. And I think maybe just as a last bit of inspiration for anybody who's struggling with their own version of illness, cancer, lack of motivation, what do you want to tell them right now to just get up and fight for what
Get
they
up,
believe in?
show up, put that makeup on in the morning when you get up, face, look out. And I'm just so grateful for what I have. I mean, I lost my leg 2 years ago, but that was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Losing your leg was the best thing that ever happened to you.
Yes. Because I was in so much pain because of the ring sarcoma and the operation that having a cut off, I got my life back. I'm able to do more things now than I could do when I had 2 legs. So yeah, I like my metal, and I walk confidently, and I work hard at it. Though it's not easy, but don't think it's easy. It's very, very hard.
Yes.
But if you put the work in, it works out for you eventually.
I love that you said that. I am so inspired because the thing is, what you said was you didn't lose a leg, you gained metal.
Yeah.
And that's important in terms of the vocabulary that you use when you're going through it. People are thinking about loss, and I lost this and I lost that. But talking about gain, I think that's so powerful.
I got my life back.
Yes, you did.
I did.
And you look fantastic, by the way, Michelle. And thank you
very
very much for sharing your story and your inspiration. It is wonderful. 2-time cancer survivor. Somebody who has now gained metal. I think there's a book coming soon, but we'll keep tabs on that. But Michelle's story, I hope that inspired you. Many more stories to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, so make sure you get yourself ready. Plus the story as to what we put you in is the next one we're going to focus on in the next few.